Hello everyone, and today I will be reviewing set 75402 ARC-170 Starfighter. 497 pieces, released in January I believe, and let's get right into it. So as you can see, this is the box art right here on the back. Very nice, just showing the build with its minifigures and the features. Side art, nothing special, and there you go. Before the minifigures, this is the instructions manual, nothing special. Regular ones that have been coming out for the past like 2 years. Horrible design, and it's boring. But as you can see, this set comes with 4 minifigures, 3 clone pilots, specifically clone Oddball, clone Pilot Jack, just a regular clone pilot, and then R4P44. So let me focus the camera there. As you can see, there's the Astromech droid, there's Pilot Oddball, there's Pilot Jack, and then there is the regular one. And I do have to say, the printing on the helmets is immaculate. It's great. So, let's get into the build. And here is the 2025 version of the ARC-170 Starfighter. As you can see, it looks very small compared to the original two. I wish I had them, but I do not. Especially the wings. They're almost half the size of what they used to, or 2/3 the size of what they used to. The proportions are off as well, because if we get into this should be like 1/4 of the wing. It's like 1/3 of the wing. The proportions are very off. But let's get into some of the positives. So first, as we spin it around, the cockpit design inside is extremely nice, as you can see right there. It's very nicely tiled off, no studs sticking out over there. And then we get into this one, and we have another control panel right there. And then flipping that around, we have the gunner seat, and that is nice as well. So let's look at the back engines. As we can see, if I hold it up like this, right there, you can see the guns on the back. The gunning system is very small for what it's supposed to be, but it's not like outrageous. And then the engine on the back look very nice. Purple thruster on both sides. And then we see on the very bottom, if we just flip it around completely, it's just some loose tiles, nothing special on the bottom design. So let's get into the nose of the ship. This is possibly the best design of all 3 ARC-170s, and it's very sleek, very clean looking. I love the little green paint detail on the bottom. And if we flip it around, same thing over there. Very nicely detailed, to be honest, on the nose. And then let's look at the engines. Very nice, but a little small. The biggest gripe with this set is just the wings. And forgot to mention, these cannons are tiny. So I found a way to fix them. Okay, as you can see here, I just connected one more of these pieces with the lightsaber hilt. And I'm gonna show you, just take this, put this down, take this part off right there, take this new piece, sorry, I'm doing this one-handed, slide it through here. Oh my gosh. Finally got it to work. And then just all you do is take this piece, connect it to the lightsaber hilt, right there, and bang. You got a much more realistic cannon size. Just slide it in a little more. And as you can see, the difference is crazy. From this, which is absolutely tiny, way too small, and then to this, it's not the best design, but it gets the job done. The cannons should be about right here to the set. So as you can see, much better. Now let's talk about some of the playability with the minifigures. So what I do have to say, I've been degrading this set almost for a long time now, but I do have to say that the playability on this is very nice, and it's very easy to play with this set if you were, let's say, a kid. I still am, but you know, you get the idea. So all we got to do is open this up. I'm also in a cast currently, so I can only use one hand at a time. But just take this minifigure, slide him in right there. Bang. Leaning back a little bit. As you can see, close the cockpit. I'm not gonna fill all three seats, but that is what it looks like when the minifigure is fully enclosed. Then another playability feature is at the back, if I can lift it up. And you see that sliding gear mechanism right there? If I can hold it and slide it over like that, the attack mode comes out. And it is pretty swooshable, but you can't hold it. Like, it is a little fragile, but when the attack mode is out, it looks very nice, I do have to say. Vroom, vroom. Yeah, you get the idea. I'm not gonna do that, but it is very nice. And then you close it just like that, with that sliding mechanism right there. And the last feature before I get to my final thoughts, when we open these two up to put our astromech droid, which I forgot to mention, in right there, it fits very snugly and it looks great when you close it up. No gaps, no holes, nothing. So just to mention, these are stickers, all three of these, and they do kind of ruin the look. They're almost like a light blue gray, and it does not look great. Another detail is this was green before, and now they made it gray. So I'm not sure about that. All right, so what are my final thoughts on this set that I forgot to mention retails at $70 USD. You heard me, $70. Yeah, it's expensive. And it is smaller, even though there's more pieces, it is very small compared to the original ones. And it is easily modified if you want to make the wings bigger, which I will do. But we shouldn't modify a Lego set. We get it because we want the original product. So I would say if I had to rate this on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 7, but only because the minifigures are great and they probably won't be in many more sets in the future. I would pick this up if you have the chance, because we're not going to get an ARC-170 for maybe another 10 years. And who knows if it's going to be better or worse than this. And the figures are great. 7 out of 10. The price is almost too far. If it was $10 more, no. But $70 is pushing it. But still. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.